Hello and welcome along to another episode of this FM20 Build a Nation story, Climbing with Cliftonville with me, Daniel. It's part 42 today and we're back for another cup final and another magical European night. We've got Newry, the lower league side, who have reached the Bet McLean League Cup final, and then Feyenoord over in Rotterdam as the Europa League is back post Christmas. I'm guessing our run might stop here, but we'll take a look at that in a moment, because first, we have got a trophy to wrap up. We're missing Nico Williams, who's managed to pick out another injury, made of glass that kid unfortunately, and Newry have a player ineligible who's on loan from us. But if you are looking forward to this episode, a big double header in two competitions, please do put a thumbs up on the video. We've got a record sale to come today as well, massive transfer news across the board, and one more player loaned in too. So lots going on, lots happening. If you want to make sure you stay up to date with the content on the channel, please do subscribe down below. There's daily content from this series and live streams every Tuesday morning as well. And we will be back with plenty of FM21 content soon. Just about 2 weeks to go now. I'm really looking forward to it, and I hope you guys are too. So fingers crossed that's all going to go well. Loads of plans being announced at the moment, but we've got to start with transfer news today. So the transfer history, the ins probably covered by my head at the moment. The outs I've just shown here. 2 more players going out. One of them a record sale by a long way. Not going to the club we hoped for. We found out about that in the last episode. But let's start with Cal Naismith. He's gone to St Johnstone for 31,000. We were trying to get rid of one of him or Ferguson. Ideally it would have been Ferguson, but it's turned out to be Naismith. A good servant for us, scored 1 in 2 in the league. Incredible effort. But he's now on his way to Scotland. Back to his native land. Fair play to the lad. But Matthew Smith's the talking point. In the last episode, he rejected an £800,000 move to Larne. Larne trying to bolster their squad and compete at the top. He has now gone to Burnley for £2 million and they've put him straight on the loan list. It's absolutely astonishing. 38 league appearances for us. More important is what he did in the Champions League. 21 European games last season in 3 competitions, 14 games in the Champions League this year. He was brilliant in both. Contributed in so many cup wins, so many successes, and he is now a Burnley player. So we wish him all the best. It's just a shame it wasn't Larne. But moving on to the ins, we've replaced Matthew Smith with a loan player. Tommy Doyle has come in from Manchester City, England under-21 international, 4-star ability, 5-star potential. He is a superstar. And Mazzala, a deep line playmaker. He can cover the midfield comfortably, and he is an absolutely brilliant player. 4 appearances already, 1 assist and a rating of above 7.5. But the big test will be Europe, and that's coming up on Thursday. So we'll wait and see how he deals with that one. But probably the first real Premier League standard player we've had. Certainly in terms of centre midfield anyway. But moving on, we've got to have a look at the schedule because there was plenty more going on. But what I will do very quickly is just show you the rest of the Irish window. Just to show you that, unfortunately, it was a little disappointing. There's not much in terms of planned moves later this year. But if we have a look at the transfer window itself, Coleraine signed Gerardo Bruna, who was formerly a youth player at Liverpool, had spells at Accrington in the Football League, Blackpool as well. Never really made anything of it. So he's coming back, but he's past his prime. So he's on loan from Derry City. Another youngster signed by Larne, but he's not going to be near the first team yet. And a couple of other players moving down the divisions. Really a quite quiet end to the window. And after the first week, I was really excited. So it's a little bit underwhelming. But it is what it is. 26 wins out of 28 games. Although that invincible record did go early. Conor Crawford on 24 goals now. He will win the Golden Boot. Unless Adam Idar can produce something spectacular. But let's have a look at the schedule to see how we got there. You were with me for the 6-0 victory against Glentoran in the Shield final. We've had 6 games since then, 6 wins, only 1 goal conceded. A 3-0 win at home to Institute started it. Jake Kane made his comeback from injury and scored after just 3 minutes. Conor Crawford and Harvey Elliott wrapping up in the first half. A 6-0 win against Linfield. 2 for Idar, 2 for Crawford and 1 apiece for Middleton and Daly. Linfield's season has collapsed. They got an injury to Johnny McMurray, who had essentially come in and been their new Shane Lavery. He got them the goals, he was giving them consistency, and he's out for 3 or 4 months, and this is what's happened. A 1-0 win followed against Ballymena. Jared Branthwaite scored in that one. A 5-1 win at Dungannon. Idar with a hat-trick. Crawford and Middleton with 1 apiece. And then a 4-0 win last time out against Larne. A big injury to Nico Williams. A regret that we started him there. but goals for Ida, Harvey Elliott and 2 for Connor Crawford. Still improving off the pitch, still getting there tactically. I think he's going to be a start. We're just waiting for him to reach that peak. And today, he's going to get to start another cup final. So Newry are the opponents. They are in the second tier at the moment. They've got a few decent players, to be honest. They've got Anisimov on loan from us. They've got Kieran Murter on loan, an experienced Antiguan international. I'm just trying to see who their star player was. It was Jake Dunwoody. He's not great, but there are better players there. So they've got the player up front, Tony James. He was a youth player with us. He's very good. I'm not quite sure how they've decided that Dunwoody's their best player. But they're going to be a test for us either way. We're 14-1 on to win the match, so hopefully we can't throw it away. But let's go and get into it. Nearly 6,000 at Solitude, but it's been upgraded. We can't use it in the league, yet it's available for the cup final. Little glitch there, I think. But our lineup is very strong, with the exception of Conor McLaughlin, who's covering in at right back due to the injury to Nico Williams. He's still an experienced Northern Irish international, no complaints for us, but it does mean our squad's a little more stretched. So we've got Bazunu in goal, Lyons and McLaughlin are fullbacks, with McDonald and Branthwaite at centre-half, Kane and Doyle in central midfield, Doyle now and Mazzala on support, Elliott and Middleton on the wings, Ida and Crawford up front, the likes of Hepburn Murphy on the bench, Finlay Robertson now a substitute, Sirkin and McLaughlin there as well. There are some really strong players in this squad. And we're hoping we'll have the same 11 fit for Thursday. A 5-day break after this. But the first job needs to be done today. Newry City v Cliftonville. Let's see if we can wrap up the cup double. 4-4-2 for the opponents today. Tony James is there. Murtaugh's there. It's nice to see Solitude again. I just don't get, if the renovations are done, why we're not playing in it. I'll be interested to see how different it randomly looks in a few weeks when we move back in. So the second tier is definitely getting stronger. But Newry, we should be beaten comfortably today. So let's go and get the lads to pick up where they left off. They're motivated. Newry will be at their best. We know that for certain. But we're going to go positive and try and get on the front foot. And early on, it's Doyle with a free kick in to the back post to Ida. Hedge just over the bar. An awful camera angle we're shown there. Maybe that's the stand getting the work done. But 5 minutes gone, it's goalless. And we had the first chance. But Ross Lavery for Newry. Free kick in straight at Bazunu. It is a little bit bizarre, some of the angles we're seeing here. I wonder if it is something to do with renovation. As Bazunu goes long to Middleton, flicks on for Crawford, into the box, his shot's blocked, and Harvey Elliott will pick it up. He's got 2 inside of him. He's going alone though, switches to Middleton, little overhit, but he will keep it in out there, and the opponent gets there. Glendinning clears down the line. Mark Lyons brings it down. As well as selling Smith for 2 million, we had bids in the region of 3 million for Lyons, who rejected Larne as well earlier in the window. The likes of Watford and Cardiff in for him. As Jake Kane goes alone, it's a good save, Tuffy. But we've still got him here at the moment. And we're causing real problems for Newry. How long will they hold on? The corner's headed away by Dunwoody. But it seems like a matter of time early on. And we've got a free kick on the left again with Doyle. We saw against Glentoran how good set pieces were in the other final. And it's done the same here. Jared Branthwaite scores the opener. Tommy Doyle with the cross and assist. And it is 1-0 Cliftonville with a quarter of an hour gone. And the League Cup final looks to be ours as well. As Tuffy takes a goal kick for the home side. Newry goes long downfield. I say that, it's at our home stadium. And our former youth player, Tony James, got in there. A mistake and a mishap at the back from McDonald. And James forces a good save out of Bazunu. But a real warning sign there. And we've got a throw on the right with McDonald now. Into Crawford. McLaughlin's trying to overlap, but it's back to McDonald. He's gone all the way to his keeper, Bazunu, and there is no pressure on him whatsoever. So plenty of time to make things happen. No need to get worried or alarmed just yet. And it's long towards Ida. Burns heads away as far as Jake Kane. Just coming back to full fitness now. Finds it, Ida there. Brilliant through ball. Tuffy makes the save. I think it hit him, then the post, then his head, and then went behind for a corner. As Lyons throws in again to Adam Ida. Cross into the front post. Burns heads away. Doyle down for Kane. A second would be much welcome now. And Connor Crawford's there, but he can't get it. It's a great interception after a brilliant cross from Lyons. And it is 1-0, but we are really struggling to get that second. As Jake Kane keeps it in the opposition half. Back to Mark Lyons. He crosses right-footed. Burns heads away. As far as Tommy Doyle. He goes wide again to Lyons. Plays a 1-2. Kane's running inside him, but Doyle goes alone. Oh, that's wonderful. First goal for Tommy Doyle. It is a masterpiece. A goal and an assist for him. A 2-0 lead. And Newry, unfortunately, will lose this cup final. as Cliftonville set themselves on for at least a double. Probably a treble with the league. Hopefully we can win the Irish Cup too. But what a fantastic start as McLaughlin finds Crawford. Back to Harvey Elliott. Chance to go forward alone here. His shot's blocked first time but beats 2. Falls for Idar and now it's 3. It is running riot now. We have got the second and the floodgates have opened. And immediately Adam Idar adds a third. And into stoppage time, we've got a throw on the left with Lions. Adam Idar crosses towards Murtagh, who heads it away to Dunwoody. Long downfield to Ferris. He's gone one-on-one against Branthwaite and McDonald intercepts the through ball. But it falls for Tony James here. 25 yards out, goes right to McGrory. Oh, it's hit the post. It's Bazunu who gets to the rebound. But McGrory hits the woodwork and it could have been 3-1. As it is at half-time, the 3-goal lead remains intact. It is Cliftonville 3, Newry 0. And if it stays this way, we can rest people ahead of Feyenoord. It's a goal kick for Tuffy, taken by Newry down the right wing. McGrory flicks on. I wonder if that's the McGrory that was at Ballymena. He scored against us a few times. He picks it up on the right-hand side here. Newry definitely one of the better championship sides. And he finds Dunwoody. Back to Burns. Switch to Murtagh. He's got 3 running off him. McLaughlin's been caught out. Ross Lavery's in. And it's a good save Bazunu again. But he's had to make 2 or 3 of those today. We've got to be a little wary at the back. But we've got a throw on the left with nearly an hour on the clock. We will think about changes in a minute as Harvey Elliott loses out in the air. Tommy Doyle brings it back down. Definitely a man of the match display so far. Switches to Kane. Through ball headed away. As far as Brown who can bring it forward for the visitors. I say the visitors. We're at Solitude. It's so hard not to get there. As Brown goes back to Dunwoody. Long ball forward. 3 up for them. Lavery's one of them. And he brings it down. Switches right. Mark Lyons gets there. Not the greatest clearance. It's fallen for James. And it's 3-1. What a bit of defensive mishaps that is. They were all over the shot there. And eventually, our former youth player has got one back. We've got to throw in again. This left-hand side where we're dominating. As Kane's cross is blocked. And it's out to Ferris. And I'm starting to get nervy now because Newry are making us look average. Ferris switches to James. He's already scored 1. McDonald holds him up. Good block. And it's away to Middleton. Chance to come clear. He has agreed a deal with another club now. So this is definitely his last season. And that through ball suggests his mind's already gone. As Kane picks it up in the centre circle to Idar. Left side of the penalty area. Into Connor Crawford. It's 4-1. The keeper was slowed down. But Crawford's header well directed. And that should be the cup final wrapped up. Newry 1, Cliftonville 4. And after a brief scare, we're back in control. Substitution time, I think. Let's get some youngsters on. We're going to replace Sean McDonald with Sean McLaughlin. We're going to bring Tom Linley on for Jake Kane, who's been struggling for fitness recently. Linley will go into central midfield. And on the left, Middleton replaced by Stephen Thompson. Elliott will switch to the left. And Stephen Thompson will play off the right. Well, a lot calmer in the last 20 minutes. And we see the suit getting out in again. 4-1 is the victory. A good effort from Newry in truth. But an excellent performance, a good win. Tommy Doyle, the new signing, starring. But there are bigger fish to fry. We have got Feyenoord in 5 days' time in the Europa League. And that's the one we're going to be back for. Here we go then. Probably, or possibly, the biggest game in the context of our history after Rapid Vienna to get into the Champions League group stages. We're in the Europa League after Christmas. It's the first knockout round. And it is a one-legged affair. So we win this, we're into the last 16. We're going away to Rotterdam. There's nearly 50,000 people there, which is going to create a problem. But it's a wonderful occasion for this football club. And what a wonderful time it is to actually be there. Feyenoord, a 3.5-star reputation side, a fully well-known team. They've got one of my favourite ever wonder kids from Football Manager, which is Andreas Zivkovic. He is a superstar. Not quite as good in this game, but he has given me many wonderful days and happy memories in Football Manager. They've got a goalkeeper who is a Dutch under-21 international. They've got the old Celtic fullback who got in a bit of trouble for lockdown rules. Tapia in midfield. They're a quality side. Luke de Jong's up front. Koçu, the Turkish international, in midfield. Andre Gray's up front as well. This is a quality side. It's going to be a very tough test. They are much better on paper. But so were Leipzig. So were Sporting. So were half the teams we played in the Europa Conference last year. So let's not get too upset just yet. We might well be able to do it. We've still got McLaughlin at right back due to the injury to Nico Williams. That is a shame today. Noah Daly is fit again, so I'm tempted to bring him on for Ferguson. And we'll leave the rest of the lineup as it is. So the same starting 11 as the cup final and just Noah Daly onto the bench. Do you think we can cause another shock? You've seen the Feyenoord stars. Let's go and see what ours can do. 3-5-2 for the host tonight. A very good side out there. The only thing that gives me a little hope is that Leroy Fer's covering at centre half. Aside from that though, it's an incredible team. I've just realised this guy in the middle. He's 33 now, but he's an exceptional playmaker. Up front, they've got a guy called Gakpo, who looks super. He's more of a winger naturally, but he's a quality player. This is a really difficult test. We're going to encourage the lads. We're going to do what we can. But I'm not expecting much out of this one. We might even regret not having a midfield three. But it's a throw on the right for Feyenoord early on. Gakpo picks it up to Kochu. Crosses into the back post. Bolignoli gets the header in. Bazunu holds. 1 minute gone. We survived the first shot. But Bazunu is going to be a busy boy tonight. As he clears to the left back Mark Lyons. Back to Branthwaite. Out to Lyons again. Don't forget in the Champions League we lost all of the away games in the group. As Idar beats his man, he's into the box here. It's a great save by the keeper. Adam Idar nearly producing solo magic again. But one shot on target in the first 5 minutes. And we're competing again against a much better side. As Mark Lyons picks it up at left back. From the byline back to Jake Kane. Into Harvey Elliott. We lead at Feyenoord. This can't be happening again. We went on the run in the Europa Conference. But as soon as we played a real elite side, we lost. This is incredible. Harvey Elliott gives us the lead. It is Feyenoord 0, Cliftonville 1. But let's not get too excited yet. As Feyenoord are playing out from the back with a free kick, Leroy Fer picks it up and goes back to his goalkeeper. He's made one good save and picked the ball out of his net already. I'm sure he'll be hoping for a quieter night from now. Bazunu wasn't expecting one, but so far he's largely had it. Though it might change now with Toornstra into Buckley. Central midfielder out to Bonignoli at left back. He's overlapping well and goes back into Buckley. Into Toornstra. To De Jong, the target man. Back to Zivkovic. We mentioned how good he is and he has delivered there. That is a wonderful goal into the corner. Brilliant strike from Andreas Zivkovic. And he's given me so many happy memories on this game. But tonight he's going to be a horror show for us. I can already tell he's going to cause the nightmare. As McLaughlin's got a throw on the right. Plays a 1-2 with Crawford. Into Adam Idar. Is he offside? He is. The flag's up. Such a shame. We'll go to VAR to check. But again, in this game, every single one has then been given offside. Never seen one that's given. It's 1-1 on the night, but we're competing. And that's all we could have asked for. Mark Lyons at left back. Throws into Adam Idar here. And Jake Kane picks it up in central midfield. Switch of play to Elliott. Bonignoli wins the challenge and he gets it clear to De Jong. And this is where we're going to struggle against them. They've got a target man who can hold the ball up, who keeps the ball off us, and we don't get any momentum in. As Toornstra gets it forward to the left wing back again. Into De Jong, plays a 1-2, cross to the back post which Lyons heads away, but it falls for Kochu. He's picked it up 25 yards out, the Turkish wonder kid. Into Toornstra, it's a great strike. And Feyenoord have turned it around quick here. Zivkovic and Toornstra with one apiece, turning provider for each other as well. And this is going to be a long night now. Harvey Elliott supposedly with a bruised ankle and poor fitness, but he is not coming off. He's our best player. As Kane finds Doyle. Here is Harvey Elliott. McLaughlin's overlapping at right wing back. Chance to cross in from the byline. Idar's there. Oh, it's a great chance. He's put it over the bar. It should have been 2-2. And we can't afford to miss those. We really can't. As Leroy Fer throws in again, the target man De Jong keeps it, finds Zivkovic. What a player he is, switches it again. Superstar play. Bolignoli's going to deliver. He's got two on the edge, but crosses to Kochu. Lyons heads away. Middleton flicks on. Adam Idar gets there. Crawford picks it up on halfway. Can he find someone? He can't. Van Dongen nicks it and Toornstra finds De Jong. And this is all Feyenoord now. Toornstra's in, must score. It's straight at Bazunu. A chance to see the game off, and it's straight at a keeper. And if we can stay 2-1 at half-time, there's still a bit of hope. Zivkovic wins it back at right back, but Lyons gets it back. Great cross in. Crawford's there. Is it a goal? I think he's off. We're going to VAR again. It will be given offside. But a great cross in from Lyons, and the two youngsters almost delivered a treat. At half-time, it is 2-1 to Feyenoord, probably what we expected. But we've competed far more than I would have. And that's a really positive sign. So into the second half we go. It is still 2-1 to the Dutch side. Now let's see if we can get back on terms. Because this potentially could be a thriller. As Crawford's going to put a free kick in. 5 in the box. One of them's McDonald. It's 2-2. It beat everyone to the back post. McDonald just rifles it in. It is 2-2 on the night. And this is turning into a brilliant game. And with an hour gone, it's a throw for McLaughlin. And if we could take the lead, this would be incredible. As Jake Kane picks it up in the holding role. Don't want to give it away there. McDonald goes long. Van Dongen heads away. Zivkovic picks it up again. Back to Van Dongen and now Toornstra. Those two in the middle have run the show. And Gakpo's got in behind from the through ball. It's a good save by Bazunu again. But this is becoming a real difficult night here. A wonderful effort from the boys. But it might not be enough here. As Kelly's going to deliver an outswinging corner into Bolignoli. How did that not go in? I think they're saying it's McDonald who it hit. It's out for a corner, but he knew nothing about that. As Kelly will deliver an in-swinger this time. To the back post of Van Dongen, off the line by Adam Idar of all people. The centre forward should be scoring at the other end, and instead he's keeping us in the game. It's back to Zivkovic on halfway, to Toornstra. Those two, just every through ball is perfect. Bolignoli back to Gakpo. First one's blocked, second one in. It's 3-2 Feyenoord, and that probably is it. We're really struggling to deal with the long balls. We're struggling to deal with the pace in behind. And it looks like Feyenoord are going to nick this one. But what an effort it's been. 20 minutes to go. We'll see out this highlight and then we'll make some big changes. As Zivkovic goes wide. Mark Lyons well out of position there. Zivkovic cuts in again. Switches the play to Bolignoli. Into De Jong. Great turn. Oh, it's off the post. How is that not in? Why did Bazunu not catch it? But we're up to Crawford. We haven't got time to worry. It's a brilliant game of football. Connor Crawford going alone. He's challenged Zivkovic there and Jake Kane fouls him. Yellow card for Kane, and it was just too late with that challenge. Let's make some changes. Idar's been poor, so let's get Hepburn Murphy on. We're also going to replace Tommy Doyle with Finlay Robertson. He will become a box-to-box midfielder on support. And we've got one more trick up our sleeve, but I don't know what to do. I think Branthwaite, he looks uninterested. He's slow at the back. And McLaughlin, I think, is a little bit quicker. Well, he's not. He's about the same. But let's get him on regardless. 3 changes made, 15 to go. Can we nick an equaliser? Zivkovic, who's run the show with Toornstra. Out wide to Kochu. He's taken on Mark Lyons. Doesn't beat him, to be fair. Really good defending from Lyons. And Middleton clears as far as Crawford. He's got 2 up with him. Hepburn Murphy, who's off the bench. Be looking to be a super sub here. Switch to Harvey Elliott, who's running on empty. He cuts back on that left. Delivers in. Leroy Fer away. Kane wins it back though. Mark Lyons picks it up. Can he cross it from the left? He's going backwards, I think. Jake Kane there. And he's got a chance to deliver. Toornstra challenges. It falls for Crawford. Oh, it's a brilliant last-ditch challenge. 10 minutes left. I don't know when to push the button. I don't know when to go attacking. And I don't know if it actually helps us. As Robertson picks it up to Elliott. We've actually got a threat still at the moment. Though Elliott does go all the way back to Bazunu. Bazunu clears it long downfield. Hepburn Murphy's there. He's beaten the centre half. Oh, it's a great save again. Hepburn Murphy's missed a brilliant one-on-one chance. We're going into 4 minutes added on. I've got to go attacking. I have to throw everything at it now. So do you know what? We'll be more expressive. We'll push further forward. We'll prevent the keeper distributing short. And we'll just see if there's one more chance in the game. I'm afraid there's not. We are out of the Europa League 3-2 after a brilliant display in Rotterdam. 50,000 fans at Feyenoord. And I tell you what, a lot of those will watch out for Cliftonville's result after that. But what a performance. What an effort from the lads. And we can now go back to focusing domestically. Another £500,000 in the bank. Sean Dyche in the England boss. Brilliant. He's watching 4 of our players for the England squad. That's incredible. A brilliant display from our boys though. We will be back in a month and a half's time. We'll be hoping we'll be through to the Tunnocks Caramel Wafer Cup final. And we'll be hoping we've wrapped up the Premiership then as well. But if you did enjoy this episode, that great cup final win against Newry and that battling display away at Feyenoord, what an effort against one of Europe's elite. Then please do put a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe to the channel for daily content from this series, weekly live streams as well, and FM21 just around the corner. You can find all of my plans over on the community page, on my Discord server and on Twitter as well. And you can get more real-life Irish League content over on our podcast channel. We've got our pre-season predictions and team-by-team guide in the eye above. But a big thanks for watching this one, your continued support with the series and the channel as always. And I hope to see you next time for another big game, as hopefully we can bring that best thumbnail back out again. Fingers crossed.